Seniors, you may be seated. Good evening. I'm Tanya Harris, principal of Waxahachie High School, the greatest high school in Texas. On behalf of Waxahachie High School and Waxahachie Independent School District, I would like to welcome you to tonight's ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask Student Body Treasurer Chase Pope to the stage.
Please stand. Gentlemen, if you would please remove your hats and everyone join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now, please welcome Dr. David Averitt, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Learning.
Good evening. As you know, earlier this week, 19 children and 2 teachers were lost during the tragic events that unfolded in Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District. I ask that you draw your attention to the 21 chairs on our 20-yard line. Thank you to our support staff for honoring the victims of this senseless tragedy in this way. Please join me in a moment of silence, 21 seconds, in remembrance of those who were lost. Thank you. I would like to introduce, please remain standing for the WHS choir to sing our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Please welcome Senior Class Treasurer Peyton Ackard.
Please remove your hats and bow your heads as I pray over the class of 2022. I pray over these graduates and their families as they continue into this next chapter of their lives. May the class of 2022 trust in the Lord and be diligent in their pursuits. Let Him guide them through their future endeavors. Remember to uphold your faith, morals, and values, and strive for greatness in all that you do. Lord, may you guide them in their path no matter where they are. I pray this in your name. Amen. Please welcome Senior Class Vice President Vanessa Garza and Student Body Vice President Maven Navarro.
You may be seated. The senior class would like to thank the Waxahachie ISD Board of Trustees for their tireless service to our district. Dusty Autry, President. Clay Schoolfield, Vice President. Melissa Starnader, Secretary. Kim Kriegel, Trustee. Judd McCutcheon, Trustee. John Rogers, Trustee. And Debbie Timmerman, Trustee.
We would also like to thank the WISD and WHS administration for all of their support. Dr. Jerry Hollingsworth, Superintendent. Dr. David Averett, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Learning. Lee Avenshine, Deputy Superintendent and Legal Counsel. Ryan Calden, Chief Financial Officer. Tanya Harris, Principal of Waxahachie High School. Randall Buck, Assistant Principal. Sean Cagle, Assistant Principal. James Colbath, Assistant Principal. Stephanie Reaper, Assistant Principal. Kendra Rogers, Assistant Principal. Paul Toll, Assistant Principal. Dr. Al Binskin, Director of Alternative Learning. Please welcome Parker Hicks, Senior Class Public Relations Officer.
Waxahachie campus administrators, faculty, staff, and the senior class of 2022 are thankful for the monumental contribution to the success of these graduates made by their parents and guardians. Every day we see evidence of this guidance, and we recognize the sacrifices you have made to get us this important milestone in our lives. If you're a parent or guardian of one of tonight's graduating seniors, would you please stand up so we may express our appreciation to you? We are also honored this evening to have the grandparents of many of our graduates in the audience tonight. The foundation you have laid has resulted in tonight's celebration of achievement. If you are the grandparent of one of tonight's graduating seniors, will you please stand so we can recognize the contributions you have made? Tonight, we would also like to take time to recognize those who have played an integral role in the education of the 2022 senior class. If you're an educator who taught members of the graduating class, will you please stand so that we can recognize your dedication to these students? Thank you. Please welcome Brooklyn Baskin, Student Body Secretary. Gig'em.
I am grateful that we live in a country that allows us the opportunity to express our thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. Many of our families and friends have served or made the ultimate sacrifice for that freedom. In a few weeks, several of our classmates will leave to serve our country. We would like to recognize them at this time. When I call your name, please stand. Army, Tyler Busby. Christian Jabali. Lyric Noble. Eduardo Ochoa. Caden Treadaway. Marines. Theron Ebron. Enoch King. Caleb McLean. Air Force. Janie Flores. Coast Guard. Cameron Finney. Now, would those of you in our audience that have served our country please rise? Please welcome back Principal Harris.
Tonight, we would like to honor those students that have obtained their associate degree in our partnership with Navarro College. Students, when I call your name, if you will please stand. Brianna Anderson. Mira Bacata. Samantha Christian. Carly Camacho. Cambry Doyle. Isabella Flores. George Flores III. Meredith Hallett. Joseph Harrison. Michaela Lehman. Alyssa Lozano. Asneth Lozano. Michaela Ross. Jasmine Sines. Hatsidi Sanchez. Riley Sanchez. Nautica Trujillo. We would also like to recognize those students that have completed career and technical certification programs. Students, when I call your program of study and certification, if you would please rise. Audience, please hold your applause until we call. It's a lofty list. Adobe Certification Illustrator, Adobe Certification Associate Pro Shop, Adobe Certification Associate Premiere Pro, American Welding Society Sheet Metal, American Welding Society Structure Metal, Autodesk Certified Professional AutoCAD, Automotive Service Excellence in Brakes, Automotive Service Excellence in Electronic Systems, Automotive Excellence in Engine Repair, Automotive Service Excellence in HVAC and Ventilation Services, Automotive Service Excellence in Maintenance Repair, Automotive Service Excellence in Refrigeration Recovery, Automotive Service Excellence in Suspension and Steering, Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, Certified Pharmacy Tech, cosmetology operations. Remain standing, students. Emergency medical technician EMT certification, entrepreneur and small business certification, level 1 production welding, Microsoft Office certification, National Construction Education Core Level certification, National Certification of Construction Carpentry, Non-Commissioned Security Officer Level 2, Serve Safe Food Handlers, Serve Safe Food Manager, Texas Education Agency Educational Aid, and Texas Floral Design certification. Will you please give these graduates a round of applause? Seniors, you may be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome WHS English Department Chair Melissa Huskisson.
Good evening to the friends and family who have joined us in celebrating the graduating seniors on the field. It's my honor to introduce the Co-salutatorians for the Waxahachie High School class of 2022. Miss Lily Ann Luce is the daughter of Julie and Greg Luce and the younger sister of WHS graduates Jake and Hogan Luce. In her time at WHS, Lily has been involved in FFA, the volleyball program, student council, the broadcast media program, National Honor Society, Interact Club, and the yearbook staff. In most of those organizations, she has held leadership positions, and in each, she stood out as a student driven to contribute to group efforts and increase the success of the team. My experience with Lily began during her senior year in my AP Lit class. Our interactions increased as the year progressed through her responsibilities as a senior class officer and mine as senior class sponsor. I immediately realized that Lily was deserving of every ounce of praise which had been shared by her former teachers. I quickly became one of her biggest fans. Lily is a remarkable young woman who takes time to enjoy life and value each experience. But underneath that, there is always an unspoken focus on where she's heading, what she expects from herself, and leaving people and situations better than she found them. We need more Lilies in our world. Lily will be attending the University of Texas at Austin. She'll be on a pre-med track, majoring in biology, and she hopes to specialize in pediatrics after entering the medical field. Please join me in welcoming Miss Lily Ann Luce, Co-salutatorian of the class of 2022.
Thank you, Ms. Huskisson. Welcome, all relatives and friends of the class of 2022. Every student on this field has worked hard to be here tonight, and I'm very honored to be one of this year's co-salutatorians. I would first like to thank God, my family, friends, teachers, and mentors for all of your love and support, and to my best friend who has been by my side for these past 12 years. To quote the beautiful words of Whitney Houston, I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time. This whole year, we have been racing to the finish line. And so tonight, let us take a pause and enjoy this moment. No matter how close graduation kept getting, I think it still blindsided us all. I think some of us dreaded this day, but some of us long awaited it. But either way, the day is finally here. We sit here tonight as the graduating class of 2022. So look around at your fellow classmates and take in this moment. This will be the last time we are all together. We don't have to be best friends with every student on this field, but we all have some things in common. This is the class that you have walked through the last 4 years with. The class that walked across the kindergarten stage at Marvin. The very first class to graduate after all 4 years at the brand new high school. The class that lost a few months to a pandemic but came back strong. And this is the class that you will walk across this very stage with tonight. So remember the faces, remember the names, remember the times when you couldn't stop laughing and the times when you couldn't stop crying. But most importantly, remember this moment. Give me one moment in time. While this journey has come to an end, it is just the beginning. As we say goodbye here tonight, all going our separate ways, I wish nothing but happiness and success in our futures as we carry these past 4 years in our hearts. High school wasn't just about the classes. It wasn't about the grades or the standardized test. It wasn't even about popularity or fitting in. It wasn't about that playoff game you lost or the mistake you made during that performance. It was about the moments we will always remember but will never get to relive. It was about the locker room talks, those backstage jokes, the pre-game rituals, stepping on that court one last time, rushing the field at Richards after that last out of a game, coming together for rock out and Friday night lights, seeing a familiar face in a hallway, rants with your favorite teacher, and walking into school every day with your best friends. High school wasn't one single big, extravagant moment, but rather a collection of millions of little moments, the good and the bad, that make it so memorable. So tonight, embrace this little moment. Take a deep breath as you cross the stage. Smile when you move your tassel over. Run to your friends when the music starts playing. And when the fireworks start, let time stand still. Give us one more moment together tonight. Thank you. And I would now like to welcome back Ms. Huskisson.
Every graduating class produces a salutatorian, but producing two is a rare accomplishment. The Waxahachie High School class of 2022 has done just that. I've been told that the numbers were stretched out to numerous decimal points and the tie could not be broken. What a fitting metaphor for the persistence and drive of these young ladies. I am blessed and honored to introduce Miss Elena Ali Rojas as the co-salutatorian of the Waxahachie High School class of 2022. Miss Elena Rojas is the daughter of Felicitas Canina, a former Miss WHS and valedictorian of the class of 1995, and Miguel Angel Rojas, and she is the older sister of the WHS student Andrea Rojas. For 4 years, Elena has been a part of the Waxahachie High School soccer team. Her love for her sport inspired her to teach soccer camp and coach YMCA soccer teams this past summer. She's been a member of the Interact Club, the National Honor Society, and the Spanish Honor Society. She has participated in the Texas Great Debate mock trial competition, served as the National Hispanic Institute mock trial coach, attended the College Readiness and Leadership Development Program, and she has competed in the Visual Arts Scholastic event where she repeatedly earned perfect scores on her submissions. I met Elena at the beginning of her senior year. Early on in the year, Elena expressed an interest in bringing equity to underserved communities as a possible path for her future. A few weeks later, she chose to read Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead as part of a novel assignment in her class. One of the goals of that novel is to bring awareness to mistreatment of underserved communities. This semester, she chose Chicano activism as her senior research project and taught everyone in her class things that they had not yet learned. There's a definite pattern to be recognized there. Elena will be attending Middlebury College in Vermont, and although she is currently undecided in terms of a college major, It will likely be political science or sociology as she prepares to change our world. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Elena Ali Rojas, Co-salutatorian of the class of 2022.
Good evening. Before I begin, on behalf of the senior class, I would like to thank all those who have made it possible for us to walk the stage tonight. Thank you to the administration, our teachers, and the maintenance staff. Thank you to our parents, family, and friends for all your support throughout these 4 years. I personally would like to thank Ms. Huskisson and Ms. Venable for all their help in my college application process. I would also like to thank my parents and grandparents. My pa, wherever you are, muchas gracias por todo su apoyo y amor. Gracias por enseñarme que si me pongo las pilas y le echo ganas, que todo es posible. A mis abuelitos, Alicia Venancio Cadena, les quiero agradecer su apoyo y decirles que han sido un gran ejemplo a seguir, que a sus 81 años siguen de frente echándole ganas. Now, class of 2022, congratulations. Tonight, we will not only reminisce on memories we've made throughout high school, but we will also be thinking about the future and what lies ahead. Because as corny as it sounds, tonight marks the beginning of a new chapter of our lives. Throughout these 4 years, there's no doubt that you haven't been bombarded with the questions, what are your future plans, where are you going, and what will you do? Questions that I personally pushed away for the longest time because I was scared of entering into the unknown. Because as much as we plan, we never know what challenges and obstacles life will throw our way. Whatever path we choose, there will be challenges, but I have no doubt that the WHS class of 2022 is ready to face them. Though I wish I could say these past 4 years have been as glorious as High School Musical, I know it hasn't always been easy. However, we have proven to be a resilient generation, unwavering in the face of hardship. Not even a pandemic to devious slicks and missing toilets could stop us from being here today. So class, this is our moment and this is our time. Although I, an 18-year-old, am unqualified to give life advice, I do know one thing. If you do your part and put in the work, the rest will play out. So have faith, accept the journey, accept the bumpy road. Do your part and life itself will handle the rest. You may not always get the job or the internship, or you perhaps did not get into your dream school, but I wholeheartedly believe that everything happens for a reason. So class of 2022, keep up the grind and everything else will align. Thank you all and congratulations to the class of 2022. I wish you all the best. And now I would like to welcome to the stage Shyla Vire.
Good evening. Nicole Marion Holmberg is the daughter of Chrissy and Eric Holmberg, and sister to Ethan and a friend to many. I've had the pleasure of knowing Nikki for 6 years. It all started on a dirt softball field, which led to hitting lessons, and it's all come to an end with her being an engineering student for the last 3 years at WHS. While at WHS, Nikki has been actively involved in Technology Student Association, the Waxahachie Band, HOSA, National Honor Society, and the list could go on and on. There are many others that Nikki was a part of. Nikki's made it a point to be a part of her school and community and always looking to give more of herself. She's never one to say no, but she's learning that it is okay. Nikki's the kind of person that sees the best in every situation and makes you think on the brighter side of life. Her can-do attitude and drive to be and do her best is what sets Nikki apart. And, of course, the wonderful desserts she makes from scratch. Nikki's kind, humble, and going to cure the world of something someday. No pressure, kid. I'm not sure what that thing is going to be, but mark today as the day that you heard her name. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the University of Texas at Austin biomedical engineering major and your class of 2022 valedictorian, Nikki Holmberg.
Thank you to Mrs. Vire for the amazing introduction. Thank you to Dr. Hollingsworth, the superintendent's cabinet, the school board, Mrs. Harris, and everyone who has made this day possible. Before I begin speaking today, I would like to take a moment to remember those lives so horrifically taken this week in Uvalde, Texas. May we use this moment as a country to remember, reflect, and make a change, so that school may remain a haven of learning and not become a building of fear. Thank you. I would like to start off today by thanking the people who got me here. To my parents, thank you for supporting me in every endeavor and pushing me to become not just a better student, but a better person. Your love and belief in me is unwavering. Thank you to my brother for being unapologetically yourself and calling me out on the daily, because Lord knows I needed it. Thank you to my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and all of my family for always sending me encouraging texts, teaching me to laugh, and being the best family out there. Thank you to Anthony, JT, Donda, and my entire A1 engineering class for bringing me many laughs during this challenging year. To my second moms, thank you for supporting me, loving me, and being my mom whenever needed. Thank you to my friends for always being there for me and not giving me the advice I want to hear, but the advice I need. I want to thank all the teachers who have impacted me in life over the last 13 years. You challenged me, pushed me, and made me see things in a different way. Most importantly, on behalf of the entire class of 2022, thank you to every single person who has made an impact on our lives, whether it be the teachers that poured years into our education or the family members who devoted their time and energy to raising us for the past 18 years, or the mentors, directors, and coaches that guided us along the path to today. Thank you to everyone who had a hand in getting us here today. Let's give them all a round of applause. For you see, your efforts were not in vain. The class of 2022 is passionate, strong-willed, intelligent, and most importantly, resilient. My class has grown up post 9/11, never knowing a world without fear. We lived through the rise of internet and social media, navigating territory uncharted by anyone else. The class of 2022 has survived a pandemic, climate change, and polarized politics, yet we are still here. We have overcome challenges and preconceived notions of our generation and graduated high school. We are among the 86% of Americans to graduate high school. We have dedicated 13 years of our lives to our education and emerged better students and individuals. We have celebrated victories in everything from athletics to TSA, FFA, and all the CTSOs, to band, theater, and choir, and to academic events and important life milestones. We have found endless new ways to communicate with each other, making friends all over the globe. We have embraced technology and changed how we learn, even when it included moments learning from home. We have started social movements, made the world listen to what we have to say, and created an impact on society. We have taught an impact on society. We have taught the world to see beauty in each individual and to embrace our differences. But most importantly, we showed up. We showed up to prove to every other generation that the class of 2022 is not to be counted out, that we are passionate, strong-willed, intelligent, and resilient, to prove that we are worth more than anyone bargained for, to prove we are a class where one person, if it's the right person, can change us all, to prove we truly are all in this together. To the class of 2022, I urge you to never forget. Every journey is different. Some of us have struggled with poverty, discrimination, or mental illness, but what remains the same, the constant between all of us sitting here in our beautiful green caps and gowns, is we are here, sitting in our beautiful green caps and gowns together, despite all else. Never forget all you have overcome and the journey you have made to get here. Your resilience is unparalleled. Use this resilience in everything you do. To everyone else listening today, watch out. Watch out for the class of 2022 and our resilience. The class of 2022 will change the world when given the chance. And with that, I leave you with two last words: hook 'em. Please join me in welcoming the amazing Miss Christina Verdeen to the stage.
I have the extreme honor of introducing John Patrick Gray, the senior class president of Waxahachie High School. Patrick is the son of John and Michelle Ray. Patrick has been a devoted member of Stuco. He has helped in the running of class activities throughout his high school career. Patrick has sung his heart out and learned how to dance in the Waxahachie Fine Arts musical program. He has been in Mary Poppins. He has been in Matilda as Nigel. In Godspell, he was Jesus. And in Mamma Mia, he was Harry. Patrick has been involved in NHS. Patrick has been involved in UIL academics. In the classroom, Patrick has been a force to reckon with. He has gotten countless AP credits and is currently ranked number 7 in his graduating class. Patrick has been countless and devoted in his position. So it also brings me great joy to say that Patrick will be attending the University at Texas at Austin in the fall and has been accepted into the #1 Patrick Gray. Hook 'em.
Thank you, Ms. Verdeen, for that wonderful introduction. I've had the pleasure of being in Ms. Verdeen's class for 2 years now, and I can honestly say she is the only reason I enjoyed economics. Thank you, Ms. Verdeen, for being such an inspiration and for taking an interest in your students' lives. I'm going to miss you next year. I want to thank my parents and my grandparents for always supporting me and loving me and being there for me no matter what. And thank you to my sister. She has guided me through every situation, and I'm so excited to join her at UT this fall. I also want to thank my friends. High school is not a fun time for everyone, but it was for me, and I owe that to all of you. Thank you for making these past years so incredible. Without all of you, I would not have been able to survive high school. When I was 15, I signed up for a 2-week summer program at the Sotheby's Institute of Art in New York. At the program, I would learn about architecture from actual architects and professors, and I would be taken around the city to see examples of everything I'd be learning about. Architecture was a topic that interested me, so I should have been excited, but I wasn't. 2 weeks in New York City alone was a scary thought. I told my parents I couldn't do it, and I didn't want to go. A few days later, I came home from school, went up to my room, and found a sticky note stuck to my nightstand. On that piece of paper, my mom had written this quote: "The best things in life are on the other side of fear." In the end, I did go to that program, and I had a blast. Whether I'm jumping out of a plane, performing in a musical, or going to college, I think of those words every time I'm afraid. And somehow, it never fails to give me courage. The greatest memories I have are of things I was afraid to do. So, as you go out into the world, I urge you not to run away from fear, but rather to run toward it. Facing this next chapter of life is frightening, and unfortunately, it will not be the last time you're outside of your comfort zone. So don't see uncomfortable situations as something to dread, but see them as a chance to uncover a part of yourself you never knew existed. Chances are you'll find out just how fearless you really are. Congratulations, class of 2022. You've earned this. Oh, and to my family of Aggies, hook 'em. Please welcome back Principal Harris.
Dr. Hollingsworth,
I am pleased to present to you the Waxahachie High School Senior Class of 2022. There are 657 amazing and exceptional seniors before us. I have verified that each of these seniors have met the requirements of the Texas Education Agency and the Waxahachie Independent School District. Each of these students should be awarded their appropriate diploma at this time.
Thank you, Mrs. Harris. To you, the Waxahachie High School class of 2022, one of the very best things about living, working, and learning in Waxahachie is that our community has a deep appreciation for its history and for learning. In September of 1884, 588 students were enrolled in the newly established Waxahachie Public Schools, 340 at the Marvin College site, and 248 enrolled at the Oak Lawn School. Thousands of students have walked the hallways of our campuses since, and they carry a common identity of being alumni of Waxahachie schools. Tonight, Waxahachie High School graduates, to be in a class that is 657 strong, you will join this distinguished group. Tonight is a fantastic celebration for your families and for our community. So let's talk about the class of 2022. Most of you were born in 2003, in the middle of President George W. Bush's first term. You started kindergarten in the fall of 2009. To you, 2016 was a long time ago when you were finishing the 6th grade. You're not quite sure what dial-up internet service is, and you don't remember a world without smartphones, and you don't ever use yours to call anybody. As a school superintendent, I'm often asked about the prospects of a future with you in charge. I share your story with great optimism and hope. You're witty, enthusiastic, passionate, curious, and you care about others. You're skeptical, overscheduled. You often procrastinate, and you have the attention span of a gnat. You're amazingly intelligent, accomplished, and bright. You're forgiving, accepting of differences in one another, and you continually raise the bar for student performance. In short, you're pretty much just as we've made you to be. You make us very proud. We delight in who you are and who you will become. Class of 2022, our world is filled with problems and obstacles that can at times seem insurmountable. I encourage you to face today's and tomorrow's challenges with a strong education, unmatched determination, and unwavering faith and hope. I encourage you to set yourself apart in ways that have nothing to do with the clothing you wear, your hairstyle, or the car you drive. Be honest, work hard, arrive on time, set yourself apart. Tell your parents you love them. Give more than you receive. Smell flowers. Look at sunsets. Notice the beautiful things around you. Set yourself apart. Read books more. Stare at screens less. Hold open the door for others. Say good morning when you meet a stranger on an elevator. Say ma'am, please, thank you, and sir. Set yourself apart. Look the person you're talking to directly in the eye when you talk to them. Put down your cell phone at dinner time and during a conversation. Read the news. Know what's going on in other parts of the world. Vote. Set yourself apart. Remember that it's okay to disagree with others, and it's okay for them to disagree with you. Make your handshake firm. Keep your promises. Mean what you say. Set yourself apart. Stand up and take off your hat when the national anthem is played. Stop a veteran on the streets and tell him or her thank you. Dream dreams that are too big to dream. hope when it doesn't seem there is room for hope. Set yourself apart. President Dusty Autry, Mrs. Harris, has verified that these students are eligible to receive their diplomas. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and the Waxahachie Independent School District Board of Trustees, I certify them. Their diplomas may be granted at this time.
Georgie Andrade, Jr. Aiden John Gartner. J. Guadalupe Tovar. Emily Stephanie Bravo. Nicole Marion Holmberg. Elena Ali Rojas. Lily Ann Luce. Luke Quang Tran. Emily Essel. Cambry Brooke Doyle. John Patrick Ray. Rebecca Ann White. George Elias Flores III. Michaela Morgan Ross. Peyton Lee Acker. Brooklyn Sky Baskin. Vanessa Annabelle Garza. Parker Weldon Hicks. Maven Carolee Navarro. Chase Scott Pope. Caden Alexander Red. Amber Everly Abrams. Grace Amaya Acosta. Alexis Kinsey Ade. Natalie Lisbeth Aguiar Mendoza. Jason Alanis. Marco Ethan Alamon. Malik Makai Alexander. Valerie Elizamore. Annalise Marie Allen. Margarita Rose Alvarado. Nira Alvarado. Brady Michael Amon. Brianna Grace Anderson. Aaliyah Alize Andrade. Luis Mario Andrade. Alexandria Bliss Anguiano. Amity Faye Aparicio. Asen Alexander Arroyo. Graceland Briley Ashcraft. Alexia Aitaide. Hagen Keith Austin. Charles Lee Autry. Jeremiah David Avila. Brandon Axe. Catherine Marie Ayala. Austin Taylor Bacon. Josiah Rafiq Bailey. Prince Elijah Jordan Banks. Jordan Mario Barajas. Caden Dallas Barksdale. Tyler Wayne Barr. James Barron. Ashley Nicole Batman. Carly Bell Baxter. Abel Isaiah Bazan. DeMarcus Raylan Bex. Fabian Lamont Bex. Tanaya Janice Bex. Ashley O'Reilly Benavides. Destin Malik Benson. Jacob Hayden Bentley. Moss Sarah Marie Bento. Yasmin Amari Benton. Colby Zane Byer. Mira Rajendra Bhakta. Olivia May Bigham. Torrin Robert Keith Blackman. Wyatt Blaine Blankenship. Alyssa Marie Bonnet. Grace McKenna Boozer. Victoria Page Borders. Haley Marie Bowman Oxendine. Theodore John Boynton. Lamondre Isaiah Branch. Nicole McKay Brazelton. Richard William Brightwell II. Benjamin Colton Brock. Ava Claire Brown. Ella Catherine Brown. Nathan Ramon Brown. Garrett Blake Bruce. Marcavis Dwayne Bryant. Abigail Michelle Buchanan. Alexis Haley Birchfield. Dakota Hunter Bursey. Jalen Javon Burke. Trinity Kendall Burley. Caden Carter Busby. Tyler Devon Busby. Delaney Grace Butler. Jalen Curtis Butler. Noe Cabrera. Daisy Oliva Calderon. Leilani Nicole Calderon. Carly Grace Camacho. Brianna Danielle Camarillo. Autumn Michelle Campbell. Javon Michael Cannon. Ethan Joseph Carlino. Caden Elizabeth Carpenter. Lyric Unique Carrington. Jaden Elisha Carter. Kayla Irene Castillo. Brianna Gabrielle Cavazos. Vanessa Elizabeth Cavazos. Eric Cazares. Eileen Cervantes. Caitlin Joie Chamberlain. Gloria Maria Aurora Chavez. Remy Elise Christensen. Samantha Marie Christian. Ariel Michelle Clark. Summer Lauren Clark. Winter Sierra Clark. Sydney Paige Clemens. Gregory Keyshawn Clerkley. Brandon Ray Cobb. Cheyenne Nicole Cochran. Sienna Patrice Koger. Cody Dawson Cole. Kason Dean Cole. Miles Benjamin Colvard. Lisette Emmeline Elise Cook. Haley Aaron Cooley. Jenna Ryan Cooper. Anna Teresa Cornejo. Dylan Gabriel Cornejo. Madeline Elise Kramers. Amari Matrod Crocker. Jacob Cruz. Selene Cruz Sanchez. Justin Brian Cuellar. Becca Leanne Culver. Brandon Danielle Cumbo. Ruth Davila. Kataria Charday Daniels. Katarion Quadre Daniels. Ryan Zane Darnell. Casavier Denise Davis. Tasia K. Davis. Jordan Dion Davis. Renison McGill Davis. Robert Allen Davis. Ryan Michael Davis. Terrell Lede Davis. Jalen Shamar Davis Robinson. Jacqueline Crystal De La Hoya. Angel Abel De La Hoya Gonzalez. Aaron Keyshawn Dean. Lexis Monique Del Bosque. Alexis Nicole Del Valle. Ryan Luke De Leon. Lily Brienne Durr. Noah Matthew Derrick. Alexander August Dexter. Daniel Isaac Diaz. Isabel Diaz. Taylor Reese Dixon. Mackenzie Brooke Dively. Tessa Ray Dominy. Caleb Lamar Dorsey. Kiernan Neal Doyle Sizemore. Cameron Scott Drummer. Nancy Duarte. Jatavian Jariq Duval. Caitlin Faith Dyke. Thierin Carnell Ebron Jr. Logan Caleb Elder. Ava Rose Elizares. Ethan Dwayne Ellis. Alexander Blaine Embry. Olivia Grace Epps. Gabriel Christian Morris Esquivel. Jonathan Antonio Estrada. Sebastian Estrada. Nicholas Zamir Evans. Garrett Michael Everett. Samantha Yours. Jeremiah Alexander Falcon. Gabriella Christine Farr. Samantha Nicole Felsner. Lucas Alexander Fergie. Dayanara Zalita Fernandez. Jason Jose Ferretes. Cade Ryan Ferry. Anthony Fierro. Zachary Oren Finch. Cameron Michael Finney. Emma Renee Fletcher. Alexis Flores. Emma Teresa Flores. Isabella Amanda Flores. Janie Lynn Flores. Myrna Odette Flores. Marquand J. Flowers. Peyton Ina Foley. Gianna Presti Forte. Hannah Elizabeth Foster. Carolina Marie Franco. Samuel Edward Friss. Kyan Michael Frisbee. Jasmine Fulmore. Dalton Thomas Furlow. Alexis Priscilla Galindo. Cecilia May Gallo. Jesus Aaron Gandera. Avery Jesselyn Garcia. Cecilia Guadalupe Garcia. Erica Cassandra Garcia. James Daniel Garcia Jr. Alberto Garcia. Jacqueline Zaray Garcia. Antonio Garcia Serrano. Grace Lee Garling. Madison Leah Garza. Benjamin Marcos Gasca. Christopher Gasca. Thomas Cecil Gatton. Emily Rose Gibson. Tamadre Tyrone Gibson. Landon Garrett Gilmore. Hunter Lee Gilroy. Payson Mitchell Glass. Alexis Jesus Gomez Martinez. Celia Zuli Gonzalez. Jennifer Isabel Gonzalez. Julieta Gonzalez. Kylie Marie Gonzalez. Marta Gonzalez. Christian Isaiah Gonzalez. Ricardo Fidencio Gonzalez. Fernando Nathaniel Gonzalez. Samantha Michelle Goodnight. Aiden Michael Gronquist. Ian Lucas Granado. Rafe Cassidy Gray. Aubrey Danielle Green. Dede Jaquan Green. Ethan Hunter Green. Malachi Luane Green. Zaylen Jaheim Green. Marisol Anaí Guerrero. Jonathan Evan Guerrero. Jay Alexander Guerrero. Elijah Berkeley Guest. Adrian Matthew Guarva. Joy Elizabeth Hall. Meredith Addison Hallett. Jatori Sakaya Hansen. Derek Vincent Harlan II. Joshua Michael Harris. Ryan Thomas Harris. Seth Gage Hayden. Jakaya Ijane Head. Charlie Jane Heron. Paris Riley Hendricks. Allie Reese Henley. Rylan Jake Hensler. Melissa Marie Hurd. Esmeralda Maria Hernandez. Kimberly Hernandez. Samantha Renee Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez. Joseph Miguel Hernandez. Luis Hernandez Jr. Ernesto Hernandez Arguin. Juan Jose Hernandez Mendez. Carrie Donnell Marcus Hill Jr. Nicholas Scott Hills. Trenton Wayne Hogan. Presley Ann Hollingsworth. Sylvia Michelle Holloway. Janelle Danae Holmes. Stevie Ray Honrud. Kylie Elizabeth Howard. Gabriel Weston Howell. Sanaya Carlea Huell. Clayton Nicholas Honeycutt. Miles Christian Nagale Hurd. Bryce Alexander Hyder. Christian Jabali. Christian Jumora Jackson. Caesar Jacobo. Zoe Elizabeth James. Paxel Harre. Jordan Love J. Schaffner. Kylea Camille Jennings. Zykira Carlisha Jesse. Samantha Joe Jimenez. Jason Jimenez Martinez. Victor Javier Jimenez Carrillo. Scenaria Ariane Johnson. Berlin Randy Lee Johnson. Dynasty Joy May Cherish Johnson. Jordan Laron Johnson. Kenise Deschanay Johnson. Corey Lee Jones. Hannah Geneva Jones. Cambria Nishay Jones. Tracy McKenna Jordan. Jennifer Juarez. Nathan Allen Junkin. Tia Simone Kelly. Ian Patrick Kelso. Victor Matthew Kemp. Morgan Michelle Kennedy. Michaela Nicole King. Enoch Reed King. Kingston Jeremiah Kirkland. Austin Dane Cleaver. Alexander Paul Clofus. Blakely Corinne Knight. Dakota Isaac Kretschmar. Kate Sheridan Kroger. Heavenly Samaya Lacey. Tyreek Norvell Lacey. Langston Anthony Lambert. Joseph Cameron Langford. Kason Reed Lawrence. Megan Renee Lawson. William Parton Leatherman. Juliana Hope Ledbetter. Leighton James Ledesma. Michaela Kinsada Lehman. William Neville Lanhart. Adrian Chandler Lewis. Bianca Adela Lichtenberg. William Ellis Lockhart. Nicole Lopez Luis. Dax Gunner Lott. Caitlin Michelle Love. Alyssa Nicole Lozano. Azneth Lozano. Case Daniel Lucky. Alan Itzhak Luna. Keviana Danielle Lusk. Brianna Mylene Machuca Luan. Joshua Santos Masonet. Taylor Elaine Majeski. Tyler James Majeski. Isaac Jesse Lawn Major. Malachi Malzol. Victoria Elizabeth Michelle Mannion. Vashni Manriquez. Donald Allen Muradin Jr. Bryce Pearson Marquardt. Jesse Emmanuel Marquez. Jamirio Asania Roche Marshall. Alexandria Ruby Martin. Bryce Taylor Martin. Brisa Martinez. Karina Abigail Martinez. Enrique Alejandro Martinez. Xander Christian Martinez. Brianna Martinez. Tyler David Maxwell. Arian Joshua Mays. Cameron Camille McBride. Madeline J. McBroom. Caleb Garrett McLean. Alyssa Grace McCourt. Tenaria Zane McDaniel. Dakota Hunter McFarland. Casey Nicole McLaughlin. Kayla Ann McHugh. Isabel Faye McHugh. Gabriella Monet McKee Weathers. Tice Christian McKee. Anthony Dominic Mahea. Araceli Elena Melendez. Joe Alex Mendez. Jonathan Wayne Middleton. Kira Grace Malika. Heath Travis Milliken. Vanessa Nicole Mincello. Kevin Michael Miranda II. Emily Brooke Mitchell. Lucas Andres Molina. Christian J. Montgomery. Kirsten Cherie Moore. Jacorian Tyreek Moore. Samuel Nicholas Morales. Isabel Manueli Morales. Dakota James Moreno. Cordelia Deanne Morgan. Caitlin Rayanne Morgan. Emma Kaylee Morris. Brooks Nicholas Morse. Macy Faith Morton. Rex Michael Mulestein. Billy Paul Mullen, Jr. Charles Miguel Munguia. Ryan Turner Mulliken, II. Jeremy Munoz. Braden Hadley Nance. Lauren Jade Naro. Noah Angel David Navarrete. Abigail Dahlia Navarro. Charles Joseph Nelson. Jamarian Tyrell Newton. Laura Marie Nitschke. Lyric Nicole Noble. Gavin Matthew No. Reese McCade Odell. Trista Marie O'Neill. Eduardo Ochoa. Shaylin Nicole Ogletree. Richard Adelane Olakode. Eliana Janelle Olvera. Brian Stephen Ordaz. Pablo Isaac Orozco. Dawson Stone Orr. Jonathan Reed Orr. Paola Ortiz. Tanya Maiti Osorio Peraza. Madison Page Owens. Nicholas J. Paget. Joshua Gabriel Padilla. Daniel Pack. Jason Palacios. Omar Alejandro Palafox. Brian Austin Douglas Pasco. Noah Wayne Patterson. Alexis Lydia Perez. Crystal Brianna Perez. Loida Amaris Perez. Gabriel Ryan Perez. Jaime Jesus Perez. Juan Armando Perez Sierra. Kaylin Latrice Perkins. Andrea Ann Perkins Salas. Caleb Andrew Perry. Emily Summer Petty. Clayton Adam Petty. Caitlin Michelle Phillips. Kyle Thomas Pickett. Cameron Michael Pineda. Jeremiah Dwayne Piper. Christina Camilla Paulsonetti. Elizabeth Nicole Portillo. Dylan Ryan Potter. Emily Morgan Powell. Lynn Myra Powers. Emily Kate Pratt. Javon Ty Price. Jacob Ryan Prickrell. Johanna Danit Pryor. Edward James Przbilski. Joshua Andrew Pullen. Joseph Allen Kelbew. Gabby Isabel Quintero. Sarah Yvette Kuros. Damon Edward Rayleigh. Alyssa Marie Ramirez. Cadence Lee Ramirez. Rosemary Ramirez. Edgar Ivan Ramirez. Diego Ventura Ramos. Druval Mitesh Rongrej. Timon Perlo Rascon Smith. Ulysses Raimundo. Luisa Fernanda Rebolar. Callie Jade Reed. Colin Patrick Reed. Peyton Riley Renfro. Tyler Franklin Renfro. Jasmine Natalia Reyes. Braylon Jamar Reynolds. Caleb D. Reynolds. Hunter Frederick Dean Ray. Dylan Clay Richardson. Jarrell Tremaine Richardson Jr. Kyrie Elise Richmond. Karina Suzette Rico. Nakomi Leanne Ripley. Edgar Hasmil Rivas Mahia. Michael Lewis Rivera. Jeremiah Aaron Rivera. Devin Arthur Robb. Vizarian Lashard Roberson. Cheyenne Nicole Roberts. Riley Lynn Robinson. Haley Rose Rodriguez. Jennifer Lisbeth Rodriguez. Omar Rodriguez. Sydney Marie Rodriguez. Christian Leonel Rodriguez. Karen Yamelia Rodriguez. Kimberly Abigail Rodriguez. Sabrina Whitney Romo. Brendan Anthony Romo. Andrew Maximiliano Ross. Mahalia Simone Ross. Benjamin Clyde Roselle. Haley Adriana Ruiz. Grace Alexandra Ruiz. Hannah Marie Russell. Hannah Elise Signs. Jasmine Marie Signs. Ashley Marlene Salazar. Bonifacio Salazar Jr. Sebastian David Salazar. Benjamin Bailey Sambell. Hatsiri Sanchez. Riley Cheyenne Sanchez. Jordan Xavier Sanchez. Romeo Santana Sanchez. Jorge Sanchez Laredo. Eric Rigoberto Sanchez Palomoy. Chastity Danae Sanders. Jalen Antonio Santana. Alina Anne-Marie Santos. Cameron Michelle Sayin. Spencer Thomas Scally. Sophia Maria Schoenfeld. Justin Dean Scott. Cheyenne Scott. Emma Grace Nash. Chantel Natasha Sagelki. Drake Donovan Sell. Devin Riley Sellers. Alicia Marie Cepeda. Brooklyn Renee Shanks. Terriante Natal Shed. Delaney Grace Shelley. Haley Elizabeth Shivers. Peyton Nicole Shivers. Jerry Isaiah Daniel Shop. Diego Jair Sierra. Rolando Isaiah Sierra. Cadence Elizabeth Simpson. James Cade Sims. Jamie Nicole Sledge. Maddie Lynn Sloan. Brooke Riley Smith. Caitlin Janae Helen Smith. Jaden Levon Smith. Tyler Lamar Smith. Wesley Edwin Smith. Matthew Joseph Snowden. Alyssa Marie Soto. Amaya Grace Southern Tyson. Kylie Nicole Square. Emma Grace Stevens. Hunter Christian Stewart. Autumn Lauren Stone. McKenna Arlie Stone. Brandon Lee Strasbaugh III. Christopher Ryan Strength. Brianna Michelle Stroud. Seth Cruz Suarez. Amaya LaShawn Swift. Jacqueline Telemontes. Pablo Alberto Tapia Espinoza. Ash Taylor. Trinity Faith Taylor. Sapphire Cheyenne Taylor Medina. Trinea Alexandria Zahn Thomas. Jared Allen Thomas. Quatavius Ligrarian Thomas. Tanner Rafe Thompson. Madison Ann Tweet Owens. Justin Ryan Timms. Jezebel Ariel Torres. Jocelyn Rodriguez Torres. Nathan Ryan Torres. Caden Hunter Treadway. Ryan Dade Trober. David Paul Trost. Nautica Unique Trujillo. Javia Shemaiah Turner. McKenna Rose Van Huss. Avery Isabel Varner. Edsali Alejandra Vasquez. Angel Gabriel Vasquez Villarreal. Jackson Todd Venable. Tucker Christian Venable. Justin Wayne Venizant. Rosemary Lourdes Nadine Vian Rollins. Sylvia Angeni Martinez Villarreal. Yasmin Villegas. Maritza Villegas Salazar. Keldrin Damon Wade Jr. Colby Trey Wakefield. Nathan Corman Wahlberg. Katie Savannah Walker. Zachary Scott Ward. Sierra Janae Washington. Dominic Matthew Watson. Timothy Charles Watson Jr. Christian Mitchell Watts. Matthew Paul Wegener. Brittany Nicole Wells. Alayla Lynn Wendler. Kadarian Rashawn Wesley. Elijah River West. Kalia Danae Wheaton. Dylan Ray Wheeler. Sinai Danielle Wheeler. Brisa Lynette White. Brendan Dwayne White. Christopher James Wilkins. Kylie Raylyn Willert. Brianna Ella Williams. Peyton Elise Williams. Tanaya LaShawn Williams. Jalen Damone Williams. Riley Stephen Williams. Jalen Dwayne Williams. Jemiah Marie Willis. Anthony James Wilson. Brady Walter Wilson. Caden Zachary Wilson. Marcus D'Antonio Wilson II. Madison Celeste Winford. Hayden Bryce Wokley. Gracie Lane Worley. Isaiah Kane Zamripa. Alexis Zavala. Dolores Rose Zavala. Fabian Zavala. Jacob Zavala. Ladies and gentlemen, your Waxahachie High School class of 2022.
Willis seniors, please stand. Seniors, I want to congratulate you for your achievement. This is an important milestone. It is my genuine belief that you are graduating from an outstanding high school. This year, you have helped establish new traditions, and you are leaving us with new opportunities for those that will follow in your footsteps. We wish you continued success and happiness in the future, and I hope you will continue the tradition of excellence that you've established while you were at Waxahachie High School. At this time, It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Caden Redd, Waxahachie Student Body President. Caden is the son of Nisa and Ricky Joe Redd. Over his time at Waxahachie High School, Caden has been involved in various activities and organizations, holding leadership positions in student council for all 4 years. Caden has spent countless hours serving WHS and has played a prominent role in the success of many events throughout the year. Caden leads with a servant's heart. His work and dedication to serve others and his community are apparent in everything he does. I know, along with Caden's teachers and peers, that Caden truly does represent the best of Waxahachie High School. Caden plans on attending the University of North Texas, where he will major in journalism and come back to work for Waxahachie High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Caden Redd.
4 years ago, we heard over and over again that these 4 years would fly by. Well, here we are, no lies were told. These 4 years have been filled with more than we could have ever imagined. Lifetime friendships, endless memories, and so much more. As I've talked to my classmates over the past few weeks, there's been one question that seems to come up every time. What's next? My answer to this question, I really don't know. Just because we have a plan doesn't mean we have every detail of the next few years figured out. And truthfully, that is how it should be. Some of the best things you experience in life sprout from the spontaneous moments you never expect. No matter what you plan on doing, there is one thing that I want to tell you. Live in the moment. These 4 years have flown by simply because we were living in the moment. If you stress too much about what's next, you forget to enjoy the journey. As cliche as it might sound, the closing of this chapter is only the beginning of what's to come. When we, the Waxahachie High School class of 2022, look back on our high school experience years from now, we will have so many things to appreciate. I myself will miss Mrs. Harris banging on the microphone before she made an announcement. As for our future, we will all go our separate ways, taking some of the greatest life lessons, friendships, and memories with us. You know you have done it right when you realize that you are living in the moment, enjoying the journey along the way. There is no better feeling than looking back and thinking, dang, that was fun. We survived a worldwide pandemic, we made the best out of an ice day that quickly turned into an ice week, and lastly, we are the first class to go all 4 years at the new high school. So much has happened in these 4 years, but we are proof that through it all, we are unbreakable. Thank you to all the educators who have helped us get here. I personally would like to thank Mr. Bates and Ms. Perry for believing in me. I have never, in my 13 years of school, met any two educators who have made an impact on me like they have. I hope WHS holds on to them because they really are the rarest, most genuine people you will ever meet. As for Mrs. Harris, thank you. Thank you for being who you are and caring about every single student, no matter their background. It's hard to come across a principal that makes time to engage with the students. I know that I can speak on behalf of the senior officers. You gave us some of the greatest memories this year. Nothing compares to hanging out with Big T or T-Bird for the day. Keep being you because we love you. Please and thank you. Lastly, thank you class of 2022 for the memories. I cannot wait to see where life takes us all. So my friends, sit back and enjoy the ride. We are only getting started in life. Mr. Bates said it best. Remember to be yourself, dream fierce, and count your blessings. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it. At this time, seniors, please join me in turning your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to welcome back our valedictorian, co-salutatorians, and the senior officers to the stage as we sing our school song for one last time as a current Waxahachie High School student.
Waxahachie high, Waxahachie hail to thee. We will ever loyal be, as we loud thy praises tell. Noble school we love so well. Green and white our banners fly, raise them proudly to the sky. Glorious memories never die. Hail to thee, hail to thee, Waxahachie
Congratulations, seniors. Seniors, this is for us.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.